This is take 2 of the live video for this Sunday, and we are going to talk about the power times for this week, as well as any questions you may have. So thank you for rejoining. There must have been some cutout with my sound for the last video, so thank you for coming back. So let's kind of reframe. This week's power times are really important because we're here with some really important power times for the beginning of the week, starting today. Today is the 13th moon, which is a time for karma removal. And karma removal or karma busting or karma, clearing is a way for us to reset the mindset, the thoughts, the actions that we have created habit from. And those could be from this life, past life, from astrology, from ancestors. All these reasons why we are the way we are is what creates our karma. And on a day like this, a karma busting day, you can challenge that karma. And I had the opportunity to speak with Dr. Pillai this past weekend, and he said, there's people who have good karma, and then things just happen for them. It's easy, it's effortless, it just happens. Positive, lucky things, whatever you want to call it. And there's people with bad karma who work really hard but don't get anywhere, and there's a certain level of suffering that's involved in these lives. And he said, so what do you have to do if you have bad karma? And he said, to pray all the time. So there's several things that we've taught, and I'm going to recap them. On a karma removal day, this is what you want to do. You want to be chanting Shreem Brzee, especially at the throat. Dr. Pillai taught this technique, chant Shreem Brzee at the throat. The throat is a juncture that holds karmic patterns. So chanting Shreem Brzee at the throat, you can touch the throat as well when you're chanting Shreem Brzee. That's one technique. Another technique is that we've taught lime, lemon, and coconut techniques, and now pumpkin in the US it's pumpkin season. Take these objects with your right hand, place them on different parts of your body, chant Brzee or chant Tir Nilakantam if you know that mantra, and then cut or break that object and throw it in the garbage. This is a way to transfer your negative ways of being, thought processes into this object and then destroy it. That's number 2. And number 3 would be this technique that Dr. Pillai just said, which is be in prayer all the time. I'll make a separate video about techniques and how to do that because it's not always that easy. So those are the 3 things you can do on a karma busting day like today. Now, fast forward 2 days from now, and it's going to be the full moon. And this is what we love, Shreem Brzee. Shreem Brzee is let's back up. So in 2 days, it'll be the full moon. And for us Shreem Brzeers, that's probably our favorite day of the whole month, because that's the day where the full moon, of the abundant full moon, the fullness, is empowering and activating Shreem Brzee even more. So it's like having a clear highway, right? Like there's no traffic. So you have more freedom to accelerate in your practice and what it is you want to manifest. So full moons are the absolute best time to be doing your Shreem Brzee practice. And Pillai Center hosts Shreem Brzee meditations and fire labs on the full moon. And if you're not part of that, I encourage you to join it. It is a paid program, happens every single month. You get the full moons as well as every Friday pujas that you can participate in. Pujas are offerings to the goddess, so offerings and prayers. So I think you can access that in the bio of this Shreem Brzee official as well as Pillai Center. So there we go. These are basically the most important power times of this week. I'm checking my calendar. That's it. That's what we wanted to talk about. We just got off of Navaratri, which is super powerful, so you'll probably be continuing to enjoy that energy as well. So now I'll take some questions. Any questions? Can you repeat that, please? I'm not sure which part. Any questions you have for Shreem Brzee? About Shreem Brzee? Someone said, now I need instant money. Instant money is dependent upon your faith and your karma. So some people can manifest instantaneously because they have absolute full faith in that something will come to them without any effort. And then there's some people who don't have that full faith that instantaneously something can come to you. And that's what determines how quickly and easily, effortlessly you're able to manifest. The second part to that is your karma. So maybe even you have maybe you feel like, yes, it's totally possible. But there's some karmic, pullback of what is possible for you at this time. That's why we need to be doing these karma busting techniques. That's why karma removal power time or day is so important to Shreem Brzee, because if you're not getting through your karma, then you're still staying stuck in what you feel is possible for you. And that's why we want to be challenging these karmic thoughts all the time. Okay, so the question is, the pumpkin needs to be cut before throwing out. Yeah, so if you use a pumpkin as a karma transference object, holding it in your right hand, I know some pumpkins are big, you might have to use both hands, it's fine. You put it on your throat, your shoulders, your body parts, and then you cut it or throw it and break it. And just like any one of these objects, you want to destroy it and not consume it. You're not eating any of these things because they're absorbing the negativity from the karma. And you're destroying them in order to symbolically destroy and break that which it just absorbed from you. I know it sounds pretty crazy, and in the beginning of my studies with Dr. Pillai and these techniques, I definitely had skepticism. But after I started doing it and feeling the difference, I was totally sold, and now I cut limes almost every day, and I love getting the pumpkins when they're available because they're really fun to break, and those are actually the maximum capacity of karma absorption. It goes in kind of an order. Oh, flowers is another way. You have flowers, lemons or limes, coconuts, and then pumpkins in terms of the degree of which it carries a weight for absorption. So these are really important. How can I impress the goddess? Impressing the goddess comes with your love and devotion. So I don't know if impressing is the right word, but Dr. Pillai teaches that in order to be in communion and have her be with you, you want to create a relationship with her. Speak to her all the time. Access her by praising her, loving her. It's kind of like your mother, right? So the goddess is a divine mother. And how does your mother like to be pleased? Maybe she likes gifts or good food or flowers, just surprise visits, gentle and loving communication. Those are all ways to connect with the goddess. I don't know if impress is the right word, but definitely to connect with and build a relationship with the Divine Mother is, those are some of the ways you can do that. Any other questions? I know we have, today's a big day for karma removal, so we covered that, which was great. If there's any specific questions around that. If not, we'll go ahead and conclude. I will make a separate video about Dr. Pillai's teachings on always being in prayer, because that will be important. Mountain view of Mount Shasta. I'm not in Mount Shasta anymore, so I can't give you that. Thank you, Lisa. Thank you for joining. All right, folks, have an amazing full moon week. I hope to see you on the full moon meditation and fire lab. Priest Premraj will be performing the fire lab. I'll be hosting the meditation. So that's going to be, I believe, Tuesday night in the US. And be sure to make the most of your karma removal day today. We'll talk to you soon. Namaste.